Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Practical English Brain. And welcome to a very challenging video once again. I'm gonna be trying my best to explain all of the 12 tenses as quickly as possible. So let's begin with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First, the three simple tenses, simple present tense. This tense is mainly used to talk about regular, daily, and habitual actions. Look at the example. He learns English at a tarot. Now, if you want to change this affirmative sentence to interrogative or question form, you need the auxiliary does. Now, there's a point. If your subject is third person singular, like he, she, it, or singular noun, then you need the auxiliary does. With the other subjects, you need the auxiliary verb do. Okay, so you bring the auxiliary at the beginning and then subject, and then the main verb does not take is. Here in affirmative sentence it takes is or is if the subject is third person singular. But when you change it to negative or interrogative form, then the main verb does not need is or is. So does he learn English at a tarot? Or negative, he does not learn English at a tarot, or he doesn't learn English at a tarot. Simple past tense. Simple past tense is mainly used to talk about an action that started and ended at a clear or specific time in the past. Look at the first example. He went to school yesterday. Keep in mind that we use the second form of verb in simple past tense. But when we change it to negative form or interrogative form, then we need auxiliary did, and the main verb is changed again to base form. So go, went, gone. I mean, that is the base form is go and the second form is went. But in interrogative form, main verb is changed to base form. So did he go to school yesterday? The short answer could be yes, he did. No, he didn't. Or he did not go to school yesterday, or he didn't go to school yesterday, if you want to make it negative. Simple future tense is mainly used to talk about an action that will take place in the future. You talk about your intention, your plans, your future plans, something imaginary. So in that case, use simple future tense. So now you can use the auxiliary will or be going to. But will is very common, so he will buy a car next week. Now, if you want to change it to negative form, interrogative form, question form, then bring will at the beginning and then subject. Will he buy a car next week? Negative form, he will not buy a car next week, or he won't buy a car next week. You may also use be going to. He's going to buy a car next week, or he's gonna buy a car next week. That's also possible. Okay, present continuous tense. Now the three continuous tenses. This present continuous tense is mainly used to talk about an action that is in progress at the moment of speaking, like right now. I mean, you're talking about something and the action is in progress, is going on. So we need, to be verb according to the subject. With third person singular subject, he, she, it, we use is. With I, we use am. With the rest of the subjects like you, we, they, or a plural noun, we use are. So she's watching TV. The main verb takes ing to show that the action is in progress. So she's watching TV right now. If you want to change it to negative form, bring the to be verb at the beginning. Is she watching TV right now, for example? She is not watching TV, or she isn't watching TV right now. Past continuous tense is mainly used to talk about an ongoing action, a continuous action in the past, at a specific time, usually in the past. So they were walking down the street. You may add some sort of time expression at 2 p.m. yesterday, for example. So you need to be verb was and were according to the subject. If your subject is third person singular, you need was. And with other subjects, you need were. Okay, so they were walking down the street. And if you want to make it interrogative or yes no question, then bring to be at the beginning. Were they walking down the street? Negative, they were not walking down the street, or they weren't walking down the street. A future continuous tense is mainly used to talk about a continuous or ongoing action before something else, or before a specific time in the future, maybe at a specific time in the future. So this is the structure with will. The auxiliary will. After will, you bring be. You need two auxiliaries, will and be, and then main verb takes ing. I'll be reading a book tonight. If you want to use be going to, that's also possible. You may say, I'm going to be reading a book tonight. Will I be reading a book tonight? Yes, you will. No, you won't. So this could be short answer if you want to make a yes no question. In negative, I will not be reading a book tonight, or I won't be reading a book tonight. Present perfect tense is mainly used to talk about an action that started and ended at an unspecific time before now, before present time. Okay, that's the main usage of present perfect tense. So he has written a book. It means that the action of writing a book started and ended at an unspecific time before now, before present time. So if you want to change it to question form, bring auxiliary has at the beginning. Has he written a book? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. That could be a short answer. Negative, he has not written a book or he hasn't written a book. Past perfect tense is mainly used to talk about a completed action before a specific time or another action in the past. Look at the example. She had eaten dinner before 7 p.m. Keep in mind that when it comes to the structure, we use auxiliary had with all subjects. I had, you had, they had, we had, she had, he had. Okay, and then main verb in third form. But look at the concept. She had eaten dinner before 7 p.m. It means that the action of eating dinner was completed before a specific time, 7 p.m. in the past. You may bring another action here in the time clause, and you may say she had eaten dinner before her husband came home. So that's also possible. So we talk about a completed action before something else in the past. Question form, bring auxiliary, a helping verb at the beginning. Had she eaten dinner before 7 p.m.? Negative, she had not eaten dinner before 7 p.m. or she hadn't eaten dinner before 7 p.m. Present perfect continuous tense is mainly used to talk about an action that started in the past, comes continuously to the present time, and may or may not continue in the future. So that's the main usage. And most commonly we use the prepositions for and since, okay, when we use present perfect continuous tense. So you have been following my channel for 6 months. Look. Or, for example, you may say, you have been following my channel since 2020. Okay, that's possible. So you need this preposition for or since. Keep in mind that when it comes to the structure, so you need have been. I mean, these two auxiliaries, and then the main verb takes ing. Okay, but when it comes to the concept, it means the action of following my channel started like 6 months ago, is still in progress, and it may or may not be in progress in the future. Okay, so if you want to change it to negative form, keep in mind, just bring the first auxiliary have before subject, and bring the second auxiliary in the main verb ing after subject. Have you been following my channel for 6 months? Okay, if you want to make negative sentence, you have not been following my channel for 6 months, or you haven't been following my channel for 6 months. Past perfect continuous tense is mainly used to talk about the duration of an ongoing action before something else in the past. Don't forget, the duration, mentioning the duration here is very important, okay? So therefore, I've underlined it over here in my examples. I had been watching TV for an hour before you called me, okay? So the action of watching TV was in progress for an hour, and then you called me, another action took place. Okay, so we talk about the continuation of an action before another action or before a specific time in the past. So instead of before you called me, you may say I had been watching TV for an hour before 7 p.m., before 9 p.m., something like that. That's also possible. Again, if you want to change it to interrogative or question form, just bring had before subject. That's all. Had I been watching TV for an hour before you called me? If you want to change it to negative form, I had not been watching TV for an hour before you called me. And future perfect continuous tense is mainly used to emphasize the duration of an ongoing action before something else in the future. Maybe before a specific time in the future, or maybe before another action in the future. So look at the first example. They will have been playing cricket for 2 hours before the rain starts. So when it comes to the structure, look, you need 3 auxiliary verbs. Will to show it's a future tense. Have to show it is a perfect tense. Been to show it is a continuous. So future perfect continuous or progressive tense. And then main verb takes ing. So the concept would be they will have been playing cricket for 2 hours before the rain starts. I mean, we're trying to emphasize the duration of this action, playing cricket, for 2 hours, which is the duration, before something else, before the rain starts, or before 7 p.m., for example, before 5 p.m. or something. So before a specific time or before another action in the future. So if you want to change it to a question form, just bring the first auxiliary, well, before subject, in your example. Will they have been playing cricket for 2 hours before the rain starts? If you want to change it to negative form, they will not have been playing cricket for 2 hours before the rain starts. Once again, I want to mention that if you would like to know more details about each tense, so just click on playlists, and then find the playlist English tenses, and there you will find more videos separately about each tense with a lot of details. uh, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, so like this video, comment if you got any questions or anything, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and have a great time. Bye bye.